SS Semester 2, Chapter 1, Medieval Gujarat, Part 1. Welcome children. In Semester 2, in SS we are going to start a new chapter, Lesson 1, Medieval Gujarat. So here you can see the picture of a sari which is been commonly known as patola. Patolas of Patan. So let's see and understand what this picture want to say. A man roamed about a village street playing a song on his Ravanhatha, bowed violin. Ravanhatha is an instrument, it's a form of violin. A group of small children was also roaming along with him. He continued to sing the same song repeatedly, the words of which were Chela Jire Patanti Patola Monga Lavjo. So, in this, they are saying that a man was roaming in a street and singing a song using his Ravan Hatha, and he was singing a song Chela Jire Patanti Patola Monga Lavjo, and children were also continuing and singing and repeating the same song with him. Among the children who sang along with the singer was Pratik. When he returned home, he asked his grandfather about the Patola of Patan. Pratik's grandfather had a wealth of historical anecdotes. While telling Pratik about the Patola, he informed him about the historic city, Ahilwad Patan. So, the children who were roaming around the village with that person who was playing a Ravan Hatha. Among them, there was a boy named called Pratik, and when he returned home, he asked his grandfather about what do we mean and understand by Patola of Patan. So, his Pratik's grandfather was having a great historical knowledge of small stories which he informed him and tried to make him understand, giving him the information about Patolas of Patan. And while doing so with Pratik, he also informed him about the historical city Ahilwad Patan. In the medieval age, approximately for about 560 years ago, the Chavda, the Solanki and the Waghela dynasty ruled over Gujarat. So Gujarat was been ruled by Chavda, Solanki and Waghela dynasty about 560 years ago. During their reign, the capital of their kingdom was Ahilpur Patan, which later came to known as Ahilwad Patan. So when these Chavdas, these Solankis and these Vaghelas were ruling the Gujarat, at that point in time, Ahilpur Patan was its capital, which later on came to known as Ahilwad Patan. And currently, Anawad village that is situated to the west of Patan was originally known as Ahilwad. Now currently right now we call that particular place Anawada village that is situated to the west of Patan, but it was originally known as Ahilwad. Okay, so let's move ahead and understand the chapter in detail. According to the historical text, the Chavda dynasty ruled over Panchasar. Its ruler Jaishikhari attended martyrdom in war. His son Vanraj Chavda recaptured his father's kingdom. In place of the ruined kingdom, he established a new kingdom on the bank of river Saraswati, which was known as Ahilwad Patan. It is believed that his friend Anhil assisted him in acquiring the kingdom, and hence the territory was named Ahilwad Patan after him. The Chavda dynasty ruled over Gujarat for approximately 196 years. Thereafter, the Solanki dynasty ruled over Gujarat. So, what happened? According to the text and the information that we have, this Chavda dynasty ruled over Panchasar, and the ruler of this Chavda dynasty, Jaishikhari, attended martyrdom in a war. That means Shahadat Miljana. Ladai mein he got Shaheed. And what happened? His son Vanraj Chavda recaptured his father's kingdom. He took over his father's kingdom, and in place of ruined kingdom, what he did, he established altogether a new kingdom on the bank of river Saraswati. Now this Ahilwad Patan was named as Ahilwad because it is been said that the friend of Vanraj Chavda, Ahil, assisted him a lot in establishing this kingdom, and hence the territory, this entire territory was named after him, Ahilwad Patan. And the Chavda dynasty ruled for 196 years, and then the Solanki dynasty ruled over Gujarat. Let's understand more. During the rule of Solanki dynasty, Gujarat became very prosperous. The Rajput era saw Ahilwad Patan emerge as one of the powerful kingdoms. So when Rajput era was continuing, the Solanki dynasty has taken Gujarat to a new prosperity, and Ahilwad Patan emerged as a powerful kingdom. The king of this dynasty, Mulraj Solanki, Bhimdev Solanki, Siddharaj Jaisingh, Kumarpal, were among the great rulers. The famous scholar Sri Hemchand Acharya was patronized during the rule of Siddharaj Jaisingh. So now these are the rulers: Mulraj Solanki, Bhimdev Solanki, Siddharaj Jaisingh, Kumarpal. They were the great rulers during this Solanki dynasty, during this Rajput era, where Gujarat has taken to a prosperity. And there were very famous scholar, and his name was Hemchandra Acharya, which was given a lot of respect in Siddharaj Jaisingh's rule. During his regime, Ahilwad Patan became the main center of education and was known as Vidyadham. On his proposal, Sri Hemchandra Acharya wrote a book on grammar, Sadhim Shabdanushashan. After its completion, the book was placed on the seat tied onto an elephant, and the procession was carried throughout the city. Now what happened during this ruler of Siddharaj Jaisingh? This Ahilwad Patan was known as Vidyadham. It has been said that people used to come from different places to seek education in Patan. And the great scholar Sri Hemchandra Acharya, he wrote a book on grammar. The name of it was Siddhim Shabdanushashan. And the book was given a lot of respect, and when the book was completed, the book was tied on the back of the elephant where one sits, and the procession, the julus was carried over throughout the city. And both the king Siddharaj Jaisingh and the composer Sri Hemchandra Acharya accompanied the procession on foot. So this was a level of respect which was given to the grammar book Siddhim Shabdanushashan. The procession of it was taken on the elephant, and the king himself and the writer, that means Sri Hemchandra Acharya, they accompanied the procession on foot, means they were walking, and the book was kept on the elephant. So this was a level of respect that was given to that particular grammar book. It was the first time that a literary text was given such an enormous respect. This was the first time in its history that the book was given so much of high respect at that point in time. The prosperity of Gujarat reached its apex during the regime of Kumarpal. At this time, the amalgamation of non-violence, prosperity and education was noticed in Ahilwad Patan. And the prosperity of this entire Solanki dynasty has reached to its apex. Apex matlab at a peak during the rule of Kumarpal, and it was seen that amalgamation means what? A combination of non-violence, that is ahimsa, prosperity, that is means Lakshmi, and education was noticed in Ahilwad Patan. That means in a simple way, if I try to say that in the tenure of Kumarpal, law was there, money was there, and education was there. And these three things are required for any territory to flourish and to become successful. The kings of Solanki dynasty were great rulers. However, 6 of these rulers renounced their throne to become hermits. More information on this can be obtained from the library. Now they are saying that these kings of the Solanki dynasty were great rulers, but they have given away their throne to become hermits. Hermits means what? Sadhu. And we can seek the information more through the access of library, or we can also have an access of internet to know more about these great rulers. Let's move ahead. I'm sorry for this. Ahilwad Pattan had not only dynamic king and academician, but the queens were also equally dynamic. Now they are saying this Ahilwad Pattan was great in terms of king as a king, and dynamics means there were very different type of kings and they were flourishing the entire Ahilwad Pattan. But academicians were also there, scholars were also there, but the queens were equally dynamic in this dynasty. In fact, Queen Udayamati built a stepwell for the welfare of her subjects. This stepwell is known as Rani Ki Vav. This stepwell consists of 7 levels, is an unparalleled example of art and architecture. Now there was a queen named Udayamati who built a stepwell for their subjects. Subjects means what? People, for the people of her territory. So she had done a various welfare work, and one of her welfare work is that she built a stepwell which is known as Rani Ki Vav, and this stepwell is having a 7 levels in it, and it is a great example of art and architecture. The beautiful carved stone idol tells us the glory and the prosperity of Solanki era. Queen Meenal Devi, King Siddharaj Jaisingh's mother. Now this Rani Ki Vav is having a lot of carved stones and idols, which gives an understanding how prosperous and rich Solanki era was. Now they are talking about Queen Meenal Devi, who was the mother of Siddharaj Jaisingh. Was much concerned about the welfare of the subject and waived the pilgrim tax. Now this queen also, the Siddharaj Jaisingh's mother, Queen Meenal Devi, what she did, she was also concerned about the welfare of the people in her territory, and what she did, she waived the pilgrim tax. Pilgrim means what? यात्रा पे जाने वाला जो कर लगता था, जो टैक्स लगता था, उसे वेव ऑफ कर दिया, मतलब उसे हटा दिया. The Malav Lake at Dholka and Munsar Lake at Viramgam were constructed on her instruction. The Sahasraling Lake of Patan was constructed during the regime of King Siddharaj Jaisingh. That means this Munsar Lake, this Malav Lake and Sahasraling Lake of Patan, of Viramgam and Dholka was been built during the tenure of King Siddharaj Jaisingh.